These are the things people won't tell you about Russia. You will never go to a restaurant and they'll refuse to serve you because you're black. Or they'll tell you, get out. They won't give you lame excuses. You'll be welcome, you'll be treated right, and no one will do anything to you. Secondly,
we talk about how our people get discriminated against, hated on, called racial slurs for just existing, right? Especially when you leave the continent, you get a reality check. You understand that people see you differently. They don't see your country, they don't see your tribe, they just see your skin color and disrespect you. We've talked about European countries, we've talked about the Americas, we've talked about all this, even North Africa, we've talked about that, unfortunately. But there's a lady on social media named Perry Berry. I'm not sure if that's her real name, but she's telling us that it's not like that in Russia. Listen to what she says.
And they'll refuse to serve you because you're black. These are the things people won't tell you about Russia. You will never go to a restaurant and they'll refuse to serve you because you're black. Or they'll tell you, get out. They won't give you lame excuses. You'll be welcome, you'll be treated right, and no one will do anything to you. Secondly, we had this incident where there was a lady breastfeeding her child in London, and a man was taking a picture, and after he spoke racist word. Do you know Russia is actually not acceptable? If someone is being racist to you, you can actually report the person to the police, and the person will have to pay a fine. And if it's aggravated, the person can go to prison. Those are things they will not tell you about Russia. Do you know Russia? We had the incident of H&M in America, of the young, beautiful black ladies that were shopping in the mall and they were asked to go out just because they were black. But in Russia, you won't find it. I go shopping every time. I enter shops. Maybe there's nothing interesting there. I get out. I do whatever I want to do. I go to restaurants. I'm being safe on time. At times, they'll even ask me when I call to reserve, they'll be like, do you need your waiter to be an English-speaking person? We can actually look for one. Or ask if he's working the day you're to come. They won't tell you that about Russia. They will tell you, oh, there's war in Russia. Shall I be honest, as someone who has been here for quite a long time, the only time I heard sounds like guns, they were actually fireworks. But they won't tell you that about Russia. I'm not sugarcoating Russia. I'm not asking you come. But if you come, these are the things that be sure are normal here. So, guys, follow me and I'll keep on telling you guys things that people exaggerate about Russia and that are not true about Russia. But I'll also be telling things that are in Russia that will make you wonder, why is it like this?
And this is not the only video she's made. She's made a couple of videos that are based on this topic. And people are shocked in her comment section, as well as they are interested to hear more about it, because that's not the experience in many countries, unfortunately. It's sad. It definitely is sad. But I always encourage my people to look at the bright side. The bright side is that it should, ideally, it should encourage us to work where we are, where we were born and raised. We need to change the circumstance for the next generation so they don't grow up to think that the grass is greener on the other side, and they go there and they're discriminated against, they're hated on, they're mistreated. We don't want that for our kids, do we? And our great grandkids and the generation to come after that. We need to change it. If we want to change it, then it falls on us. We need to do what needs to be done, even if it means it's not easy to stay here, even if it means we have to struggle and fight. We need to sacrifice. And so, as much as right is right, wrong is wrong, and we should never be mistreated, and we'll always talk about it and we will call it out, I want us to see this as a lesson, something to look at and think, this is not right. We need to demand respect. And one of the ways that you can demand respect is not just by setting boundaries, but also being a better person, changing your situation. The same thing I was saying about China and the US. Why do you think China was able to push back? The Chinese were proud and they knew that they can handle this because they built themselves, they built their economies, they worked hard to change their situation. Now they can stand up to the US when they're trying to bully them. That's where I want us to be. That's where we need to be. So as much as I hate that this is the experience that our people go through, we also need to know that we're in control. We need to work on ourselves and our continent to be able to be respected. Anyways, fam, what are your thoughts on our sister's experience in Russia? And do you buy it? Do you think, that's just her experience? Or do you think Russia is a better place for people like us versus other countries in the world? Let me know down below. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Stay blessed. Bye.